Okay, Armando. This video is to show you how to use the sort thumb method. Now, I had sent you this email, and we have these two lists in here. Okay? And what we're going to do is figure out how to use Excel to basically tell what items are on our list that are not on their list. Okay? Alright, so it's not too hard. Okay, and the reason we're doing that is if there's something on our list that's not on our competitors' list, and they sell a lot of products, then probably we ought to check our list and make sure that that item on our compatibility list is right. Okay, so it's not too hard. We're going to start with this kind of thing with commas and everything else and make it nice. Okay, and the way we're going to do that is we're going to use Notepad, blah, blah, blah. Alright, so I'm just going to copy all this right now. I'm just doing that and hitting copy. I'm using a left click. Alright, and we're just putting that there. Alright. Now, I purposely left spaces and all kinds of other stuff in here for their list. That happens naturally in a lot of ads and stuff, and we're going to use a process to get rid of that. But I'm leaving it the way it is right now. Okay? And we'll do something in Excel actually to get rid of that. Okay, to start with though, we got to get rid of the commas, and we're going to put in tabs instead. That'll let us paste it into Excel and put everything into different columns. Okay, so all we're going to do first of all is hit Tab, just like that. Then we're going to hold Shift down and use a backspace twice. And then we're going to hit Control C. That's a copy. Okay, now we're just going to go back and remove that tab. Okay, we're going to hit Control H. Okay, and so we're going to paste using Control V. Okay, so now we have a tab pasted in here and our comma. Okay, so we're actually going to highlight that tab and we're going to put it down as the thing we're going to replace with. Okay, so we got a comma up there, we got a tab down here, and we're just going to hit replace all. Bang. Alright, now we're going to take this one first. We're going to go to Excel and open up a new blank workbook. Okay, and I'm just going to go over here somewhere and do that. Yay! Alright, so now we're actually going to hit Control C for copy, and we're going to left click again, and we're going to actually make that into a column now. Alright, so now we got a column. Okay, now this is our list. Okay, so we're going to write STK next to this. Okay, STK. Alright, so now let's get the other guy's list. Alright, right there. And you go ahead and paste that in here. Alright, do the same thing. Control C, then hit the left click and transpose it. And now it's all in a column as well. And we'll call that Bob's. Okay, so this is our competitor, and we're keeping track that those are his. It's on his list, and these are ours that are on our list. Now, here's something that's important to do with all these lists, and that is to get rid of all the spaces, because Excel doesn't know that D is the same thing as space D. And so if we're going to use some of the other things later that we're going to use, it won't remove the D if it's a space D instead of just a D. So we're going to use a function called trim. We're just going to hit equal, write the word trim, T-R-I-M, and a open parentheses. We're going to click this right next the cell over here, and then close parentheses. Okay. For these, it shouldn't do anything because there's no extra spaces. And for these down here, it's going to remove the spaces. Cool. All right. So now we're just going to do another Control C. Okay, and we're going to go back over here and we're going to hit left click, and we're actually going to use this 1, 2, 3 paste thing. And what it does is it is going to put the values in there instead of the equation that we just used. Okay, so that's it. Now everything is clean and doesn't have any spaces. So we got Bob's and we got STK over here. Now, this is a little bit of a tricky part, and so we need to make sure which list we put on top. Okay? We need to put Bob's on top because Bob is the one that we want to see if we have any items on our compatibility list that are not on Bob's. Okay? So I know that sounds a little complicated right now, but we're just going to put ours second, and we're going to put his first. And we'll just delete this stuff over here. We don't need it anymore. Okay. So what happens is if you have a list like this, A, B, B, B. Okay, now we're going to do something a little different. We're going to go C, D, C. There's a nice function that Excel has, which is why we're using it, where we can get rid of any duplicates. So we hit remove duplicates, and here's our column E, and we're just going to remove the duplicates. Okay. Now take a look. This C is on top of D. Okay, so we're going to see which one it's removing, if it's removing the C on the bottom or the C on the top. Okay, so it removed the C below. So what happens is whenever you use the remove duplicates, it removes the second instance. Here's the first instance, and there's the second instance. So if we put another C down there and do the same thing again, it's always going to remove the one that's on the bottom. Great. Okay, so for our sort thumb technique, what we have is A, C, D, E, F. These are all Bob's. Now he has something we don't have, and he also has a bunch of stuff we do have, and we have one thing that he doesn't have. So what we're going to use is we're going to highlight both columns. We're going to say remove duplicates again. We're going to unselect all and just do column A. All right. That was fun. So, my example, I didn't realize that I'd left the B as the one that was different. I thought I'd made a mistake there for a moment, and actually Excel knew better than I did. Shock of shocks. All right, so that's what we got. We got B is the only one that Sterling Tech has that Bob does not have. Okay, so we can go check and make sure from our compatibility table, on our compatibility table, that B really should be there. Okay, and we're using Bob's compatibility list because we know that Bob sells a lot of this type of product, and his compatibility list is probably pretty good. So we're just double checking to make sure that something that's on our list is not on his list. Okay, and that's it. So that's our sort thumb method. There's some other things we can do with this type of method, like figure out things that we don't have on our list that we should. Okay, but we'll go over that another time. Right now we're just trying to fix like the MPF M50 where we have a problem and we don't know what's going on. Okay, so what I'd like you to do is get this program, which is OBS. It's free. It's a screen capture program where you can record stuff. If you don't have a headset or something you can record with, let me know and we'll buy you one. And Excel, if you don't have it already, let me know and we'll get you a copy of it. And then you're going to be doing this type of stuff to help us fix our ads. Okay, so this is the easy way, that, as far as I know, to find out things on two lists, because some of these lists have 100 things on them, so we need to figure out how to do it quick, and this is the best way. All right, if you have any questions, please let me know. And as far as I'm concerned, that's pretty much it for right now. So if you'll go ahead and get that program, if you have everything that you need already, and just record a quick, 20-second deal where you're actually doing the same type of thing, and just show me that you know how to do it. All right, thanks. Bye.